why am I standing in my kitchen when we have to talk about Paganis? Stick around and find out. All right, so here's the deal. Tomorrow morning, very early, I have to do the Pagani Huayra. Now, if you guys have seen it, or if you haven't seen it, you must. But Chris from the Drive channel, Chris Harris, did an amazing video on it, and I was just watching it upstairs. It was a pretty spectacular car. I watched it a few times, but now that I know that I'm actually going to work on it, you know, you kind of just go back and rewatch the movie kind of thing again. So what am I doing in the kitchen? Let's get to it. The reason why we're here is we are going to do a little bit of a trick that I use when I don't know what I'm going to encounter. So I'm going to see this spectacular, amazing, beautiful, very sensitive, plus expensive car. All these things are going on in my mind. And I'm saying the location is, it's going to be dropped off from what I understand. It's not going to be driven, I believe, but I need to come prepared. And I'm hoping it's going to be in a covered transport vehicle or what have you, or a flatbed or something. But it may be open, so I don't know what I'm going to see. So I'm preparing for the worst. What am I doing? Let's get to the point. I'm going to take my microfiber towels. Let's take one right now. I'm going to probably only do two in this little fashion that we're doing right now. First thing you do is open them up, so it's brand new, and you find the tag. See the tag right there? Boom, pop it off. Not that big of a deal. Then what I'm going to do is take a little bit of warm-ish water, but not hot by any means. We're going to get this nice and wet, and I'll explain why I'm doing this. I guess while I'm doing this, we're going to wring it out, get anything that's in there, and I'll do this a few times. All right, so the reason I'm doing this is to make sure that I have some damp towels when I see the car, because you can always spray wax it down with dry towels, right? But what happens if I need damp towels, or I need to do, let's call it a like a waterless wash type thing? So I have a new product that may be coming out that I've used for a while. I'm not sure if I'm going to release it or whatnot, because, you know, I'm a little bit crazy about my products. But one of my tricks is to go to a site, because a lot of times I'll do photo shoots or movies or all these kind of goofy things, and I need to have the tools with me, and sometimes I can't bring everything with me. Tomorrow I'm going to bring my own car because it is a car show. I'm going to the Caffeine and Carbs, but we'll talk about that more, and I'll shoot some video on it. You know, all the cool stuff that's there. But the Pagani is obviously kind of the home run hitter here. So I've wet this down. What I'm going to do is take a plastic bag. So it's already kind of damp. I'm going to put actually a little bit more water on there. Yeah, so it's a little more damp than I would normally use, let's say for hydrate or something, just because I want to have it keep. So we're going to fold it up. I'll refold it nice. Right? Bang. Fold it into fours, and I'm going to put it in its own plastic bag so it doesn't dry out. And I'll do another one, but for now I'll just show you this one. Squeeze out the air. I'll probably put two in here, like I said. Like that. And I'll bring them with me tomorrow. And the reason why is I like a little bit of extra moisture in the towels. I like to have dry towels and I like to have moist towels. But the limiting factor is we're going to be on a random street in a random town, and I'm not going to have any access to things, and I can't really bring my truck. So this is going to be a touch-up. I'm not like detailing. I'm not going to take 50 hours. I just, the dealership is Miller Motor Cars in Connecticut. They're freaking awesome, and they, I guess, worked some deal or what have you to bring the Pagani over, and they're going to be the dealers or what have you. But so my buddy over there called me up and said, hey, can you just like spruce it up, maybe put some wax on, just make it look as good as it possibly can be, because it's going to be transported and there's always dust and things. So I guess my point of this whole video, or what I'm trying to show you here, is if you add some lubrication, remember when we remove water from the car, we use hydrate and a damp towel. In this case, I'll probably be using, because it's really not going to be standing water in it because I just don't have access to water, I'm probably going to be using a waterless wash type thing that adds crazy amount of lubrication, and I'll use these damp towels if it needs it. If it doesn't need it, remember, my whole philosophy is, if it doesn't need anything, don't do it. If it looks perfect, then I'll just stand there and not do anything and just admire it like everybody else. But I guess that's why they would call me, is that it does need it. So anyways, the big thing I want to come across here is waterless wash, at least the ones that I've been working with, where you up the lubrication like crazy. generally doesn't leave the greatest shine. So there's waterless washes, and there's things like Hydrate, and there's things like Spray Wax, and each of those have a different viscosity and have a different lubrication or emulsification in there that sort of adds lubrication to it. So what I'm saying is I'll have a tool here if I need it or not that I'll use with a waterless wash type thing where I'll spray it on there and just kind of peel off any dirt, and be very sensitive obviously because this car is crazy expensive. And then I'll go back and use Spray Wax. But hopefully, you know, as the day flushes out, we'll go over all this stuff. I have no idea what I'm going to encounter. So I had some fun this afternoon. I was actually getting all excited, kind of like putting a tuxedo on before you go you know, to a wedding or whatever, some big event. I washed my car, I cleaned it, I got it looking good so that I can drive there. These are the kind of things that I live for, because it's so exciting to drive your own car, to go see another amazing car, and be with all your friends. And as you can tell, I'm just rambling because I'm really excited and bring you guys along with me. But tomorrow morning is coming early, and it's going to be fun. So let's get to it.
Before I forget, make a point to clean out or double check your applicator pads before a show. I've had this one for a long time, and it's kind of like an old broken-in pair of jeans. This pad is very soft and completely saturated with carnauba. Spend a minute or two flushing out any possible lint or gunk, dry it out with low compressed air, or by simply patting it dry with a microfiber towel. Put the cover back on and head out to the show. So it's 6:30-ish in the morning, and we're driving to New Canaan. Just got off the exit, and I'm pretty excited to see the Huayra. Now, you saw me watch a little bit of the Chris Harris video. Unbelievable, 730 horsepower, twin turbo, AMG power plant. This thing's gonna be insane, so I'm pretty stoked. And as you can probably tell, it's still kind of dark out. And I want to get there early so I get a good spot next to the Huayra. Alright guys, so it's pure chaos here in terms of everybody looking at the car. So I should put the video up, but there's not a whole lot I can say. I wiped down the car. It is drizzling a little bit, and as you can see, there's tons of people around it.
Look at this, I love this.
Everyone's sort of spazzing out, rightfully so, because this thing is off the charts. You notice here, it's getting a lot of play, and there's a McLaren right behind it. And a bunch of crazy things. So this show is the place to be. So what I'm about to do is work on the tires, make sure they're popping properly, have a ton of show, but not too much like greasiness. And if you remember yesterday, remember here I have the wet naps. Yeah, basically wet naps that I made last night. I'm going to use them on the rims because there's a little bit of dust. I'm going to grab and show you right now.
Oh, just pulling in.
So there's a little bit of dust on it. I'm going to use those towels because the car itself wasn't dirty. It was flatbedded and closed, but it's drizzling and it's a little kind of dusty out. So that's why I added a layer of wax to it. So let me get to it.
Legendary. One of them owned by George Harrison, the late Beatle. McLaren F1.
Alright guys, so we cleaned it and it's looking pretty good. The only, here I'll wave. The only issue that we have is that it's sprinkling all over the place. So we had to close the doors. But some of the nice little tidbits. Alright, look at that. Italian colors right in the mirror. And check out how wild this mirror is. I mean, it really is a piece of art. Unbelievable. And then check out all the people. I mean, by the way, this is Cars and Coffee.
This is the most talked about auto car show in the Northeast, if not in the country. Caffeine and Carburetors has started with, what, 40 cars, 5 years ago. And now we average 345, maybe 400 cars. And we do always believe that the sort of low-key people's car show aspect works.
Give them a big round of applause, please. Future car guys right there.
All right, I want to show you something here on the rear of the Pagani, which, by the way, is unbelievably beautiful. I think one of the cool aspects is look inside. It's got some exhaust, either resignators or something, I'm not really sure, but and they're purple, which I think is a nice touch. So I'll back off, and we'll come over here and check those out. I mean, just everything on this car is just literally a piece of jewelry.
Oh, blue. Oh, yeah.
All right, guys, so we finished the Pagani Huayra, and it's unbelievable. The thing is, it's been raining the entire day, so I'm kind of chasing my own tail, trying to clean this thing, but wonderful experience. If you don't know, check out the Chris Harris video. If you have any questions about the car, the very little that I know, I think it's super exciting. Shoot me an email, larry@ammonyc.com. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Craziness.
Let's make room, folks, please. Again, only time seen in the U.S. besides Pebble Beach. One in the country. And there's no year to it. It is what it is.